Okay, I took a quick health break and let's get back to it. I am celebrating 7 days without energy drinks, and made it to 4 days without junk food. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Okay, so at this point in the save, we need to be copper and whoa, something ain't right here. So I just downloaded an update. I just updated the mod pack. We may have to wait for the next update if these lag spikes continue. It's probably something in the settings is all it is. Let's see what the game wants us to do next. So we got a quest update. Copper. So we get Modonomicon Theurgy. Okay, good. So now it wants us to make this stuff. Very good. Okay, we can do that. Do I have? I do. Let's go ahead and make a causeway over to our home. Punch some dried grass clumps while we're out here. Let's see where. Let's get some more of this dried earth. Do a little bit more landscaping here. Manscaping. Talking about life. My daughter is settled in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And things have gotten weird with that. She was heavily recruited by hospital in Fayetteville while she was still in PA school. They loved her and they really were looking forward to seeing her. There was a problem with her what do you call it, her certification, some of the paperwork. The board claimed they didn't get paperwork. Well, it's all straightened out now, but the hospital wanted to hire her like 2 weeks ago. But now she is in, but then HR backed out. Because her certification hadn't come through. Anyway, she had to go to the next monthly pay cycle. Which, is that the tail wagging the dog or what? Do you want this person working in medicine at your hospital? Or what? Let's grab that. Diorite. We're going to need a bit of gravel. And that's what I wanted. A bit of flint. Whoa, a bit of flint. What can I do without for now? Probably the ash. Now there are mobs that spawn in the caves, so if we ever get kind of reckless, we can go running into the caves to get to look for spiders and whatnots. Did not realize I was out of an inventory space here. Yeah, so isn't that strange? So she's sitting at home waiting for basically permission to begin. You know, isn't that weird? So weird. Okay, this little rabbit hutch. Yeah, this ain't enough, man. This just ain't enough. We need to expand. We need first thing I need is a chest. Is there anything I can put in here? I can put some sticks in here. There we go. We can get started with that. Let's make a chest for some storage. I'm going to put the chest right out here. And whew, get this stuff out of my inventory. Like, be gone. Let's see, I can put the book here. There we go. Try to get things a little bit right. Sort container like that. So, seeds, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more kind of a seed we need to get. And one more kind of a base seed. And man, I want to build this thing out so bad. Maybe we'll go out and look for spiders. You know what we could do? And by we, you know, I mean me. Maybe what I could do is put some steps here. And maybe, what about over here? Like right here. If we do get a spider come by, it's possible. No, what am I saying? It's not. Spiders have a better reach than I do, actually. I guess I could look on the radar here. Okay, there's a husk. He's coming. It doesn't scare me terribly. But we have to be aware he's here. And there is another one behind us. Just beware of the little punks. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the skeletons. The husks will be okay. We can manage those. I need to build this thing out wider. I guess that's what cobblestone's gonna have to do. Oh, here's a spider. Here's a spider. Okay. We're not going to beat this guy. He's always going to get his shots in first. But what I can do, I can run in here and heal. And then take these guys out. Kind of surprised I don't see the sea peoples down in here. Appears water slows them down more than me, but there is something coming up from the from our 6. What is it? Another husk. Okay. Okay, there's ender people as promised. Here's a husk. How's our sword doing? It's doing okay. Any drops? Nothing much. Oh, there you are. This water looks nasty, doesn't it? Probably is. There's another spotty. Oh, and another one. Alright, that one's done. Well, we got a little bit of string. Not the most ideal spawn point I ever saw, really. There's a spotty. I am not cutting the brush just yet because that has a use later on. Come on, fellers. In Terraria, there is a, you can make a little really narrow lava trap, which is really fun. Actually, it would not be fun to get myself trapped here, and I've got some dots on the 6. There is use for all this rotten flesh at some point, so it's not going to go to waste. Oh, there was a potato, baby. That was huge. That's huge. That's going to be very big here soon. Very big. Is that an Enderman dude? Can you see me looking at you? I can look at all the Endermen now. Look at me, I'm the Enderman now. As long as I'm standing in the water. How's the sword doing? It is just about kapooted. Kapooted. Oh man, my grandson Caspian, he is staying with his grandmother, his noni, and she is wonderful for letting him stay while the house is being, they're supposed to close on their house this week, and they are so ready for that. They've been staying with noni since May, and my son's been coming over to spend the days working from home, but working from my home instead of working from Noni's home, because he wouldn't be able to work from her home because of really Caspian and the dog and all the distractions. And you know, I'm prone to this too. Everybody who walks by has to say something, has to talk, and he has a job that's a very cognitive intense job. It's a combination of system administrator and cybersecurity resource for his company, and he is compensated well for that, and as he should be, and it requires a lot of cognitive presence at all times. What was that? I think that was a piece of string. Lovely. So that's another way to get string. So we need a total of 12 string in order to get us to make a bed to start sleeping through the night. It'd be nice to be able to sleep through the night. Truly it would, as I can attest. Speaking of my watch, my Fitbit, I put it on last night. It was working normally, nominal. And this morning I went to check the time and I could get no response from it whatsoever. Oh, there's a sea person out there drowned on the he's the yellow dot right in front. He's on the surface of the ground. Drowned on the ground. There he goes, into his water, into his bathtub. Here's another goldfish cracker. And a potato. We got a potato. Beautiful rising sun. All right, there's a mob burning up, a skeleton burning. There you go. Bring me some goodies. All you dead skeletons. At some point, we'll be able to, once we start getting a surfeit of string, we'll be able to do started to go after the Enderman, but we'll be able to do another bow and arrow, as well as a fishing rod. Okay, let's get inside. Come on, dog. Let's get inside. So we can make a fresh start to this day. It's Minecraft day. See if we can start getting some dirt. Dirt would be really good to have, you know. Cheap as dirt, they once used to say. Man, that is just as cheap as dirt. Can't believe they're selling that for that price. That is cheap as dirt. Well, guess what? Dirt ain't cheap no more. As soon as I get the 6th seed, there are 6 varieties of seeds that you can find by punching grass. And once you have them, you really don't need to go getting any more. And you'll see why. If you haven't played the mod pack, if you have, you already know the answers. If you have played this, I don't know why you're watching that. I'm not very good at this. And I don't really aspire to be good at it. I do like to be efficient when I can. Save myself steps when I can. But good is another thing. 1, 2. Well, I've got 6. I got them. We got them all. We got all the 6 seeds, so that's going to help. Let's go get some clay and sand. How much do I want? How much I want? How much you got? Whoa. I generally try not to derp things up too bad, especially in the area I'm living in, but sometimes unavoidable, I guess. I've got to build this thing out better. Ooh, it's tiny, T90. T90. Okay, Hermetica, treatise on this stuff, whatever that is. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got them all. I caught them all. Nothing on the radar, nothing in sight, and nothing on the radar. So let's see. The next step, we could make flimsy doors, and that would get us some some green juice, green Kool-Aid. But I don't really want green doors. The next step is these things: the incubator, the mercury, salomoniac, chemical, sulfur, and salt. Okay. So I kind of like to role play this. I like to play as if I don't want this stuff. It's making fumes, and I don't want it around my house. So let's read. We'll keep it outside for now. Getting started. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of words here. Art of alchemy. Okay. Spagyrics, or if it's from Greek, it'd be spagyrics, to separate and reunite. Salt, sulfur, and mercury are the things, or duplication. Okay. Apparatus, pyromantic brazier. I'll need 4 of these. Calcination oven 1, salmoniac accumulator 2, I think, and salmoniac tank. Liquefaction, distiller, the incubators, 3 incubators. All right. You want mercury shards, you want solvents, salmoniac, sulfurs. Yep. Sulfurs. Good. Strata. Good. Iron. So there are 2 things we can make here. Straight up noon. We're having a good time here. Let us go to @theurgy and start bookmarking some things. So that we'll bookmark that. That we'll bookmark. That bookmark. 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 And where is the tank? Did I already get the fluid tank? I think I must have gotten the fluid tank already. I don't see the fluid tank. That thing right there. Nope, that's a salmoniac. Fluid tank from Ponder? That's not what I want. Definitely not what I want. From Create, I mean. Okay. Okay, I need planks. I need stone. Stone. And okay, good cooked cod. So that's usually my plan, is to stay up at night for a while, for a few days. What am I trying to say? Stay up all night fishing every few days. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's take some of that and some charcoal, and get started with that. Okay. Now, I want to keep this front door out of water for now to slow the mobs down, and as an anti-enderman resource. Let's put some of my food away. I'm going to need a lot more wood, so let's go grab some wood. Time is a precious resource, so let's run. More precious than the food right now. And then secondly, copper is about to be precious as well. There's some copper. We're going to run over there and grab that. Scrape, and pickaxe. There we go. Grab some blocks here. These will come in handy both now and in the future. Okay, time is starting to kind of run out here. Let's run over here and grab a couple of more. I think I'm almost to the point of being able to start all the Salamoniac stuff. Or at least get it started. Do some of it. Oh, I did not expect to eat all that up. So the first big adventure I want to have is to the southeast to see that big ruin. I have a feeling that could really help us out. Okay. Make a run for it. And let me remember, on the map, let's mark home, because it's so easy to get lost in this wasteland. Create waypoint, we'll call it home. Now it may be temporary, but it's home. Okay, we got 9 copper. Let us grab that. Put it in the offhand. Put that in the forehand. Put it here and here. There's more copper. And in fact, I'm gonna move that here. Grab that. We're gonna move. Where's my other crafting bench? I don't know. Let us see if we can make... Where is my other crafting bench? There it is. Okay. Pyromantic brazier. Why can't I make it? I did. Why can't I make more than one? And can I make another? Okay, now I'm out of copper. So we're going to do 1, 2, let's see. Going to move them apart just a little bit more. 3. Okay, we're going to put this guy right here. And I started to say we're going to sleep through the night, but of course we're not going to sleep through the night. We're going to work through the night. I'll put a break here because I have lost count of how long I've been recording, and I'll be back.